So, for my podcast today, I'm talking to one of the most experienced professional Australian soccer players at Bubs, or Melissa Barbieri. Thank you for taking the time to talk to me. I wanted to talk to you because I think the A League can be bigger and better, and I would like to get your perspective on it. I discovered the attendance records of the A League. I think the highest A League game was 11,000 between the Sydney and Western Sydney Wanderers, and the highest Matildas game is 76,798 people. So that's a massive difference in these numbers, considering that Matildas are such a good football team, but their home league, doesn't provide the opportunities for them to play. Therefore, they have to go overseas. What's your perspective on this?
Well, I find it really interesting that when you go to Matildas games and you kind of ask people like, well, you love the Matildas, you know that these girls play at home, some of them play at home, some of them play, why don't you come and watch the A-League? And they can't answer that question. And, I feel like if we could be a bit better in advertising, making sure people know about the games and who's playing and how they can see the stars of the future before they even become Matildas. I think it's really important that people recognise that we're all great players. Not everyone's going to be able to play for the Matildas, but we should all be supported like the Matildas are.
Do you think enough is being done to make the A-League like a professional goal for young players like myself?
I certainly think that players who are playing the game know about the A-League, and I feel like when you have high expectations or you have that mindset of wanting to achieve something, it's really great to see so many players that are playing the game at your age knowing that they can come watch the A-League and then one day be a part of it, and it's a very, very achievable goal. And I think it's really important that we make sure that our fixtures aren't at the same time as when you're playing, right? Because sometimes you can't come watch us because you're playing yourself. And I think that's really important that we recognise our fans need to be able to do both. They need to be able to play and they need to be able to come and watch as well.
I think one of those, the big contributions to not allowing girls to play in the A-League is because the insufficient balance, for pay. So the average person is getting paid $30,000 a year. What's your advice to young girls balancing life, schooling, and soccer?
I think it's really important that we have everything still at our fingertips, that just like the boys, a lot of the boys don't recognise that football is not 100% guaranteed profession, that it's a very tough market and that you have to make sure that you've got great schooling, you've got a career backing you up, because, I'm playing till I'm 44, right? But for a lot of players, when they get into their 30s, they have to start thinking about the next phase of their career. And it's not about just football, you have to have that background. So I think girls are a lot better at it. We understand that we need to have school and we need to do university and we have to have all that backup because our pay is not there. But I think the pay is enough at the moment that we can do both. We can work, we can play, and then if we want to play professionally, we can go overseas and do it for longer. But we're hoping that we can get the A-League to a standard that nobody has to leave the country in order to get great things happening for them on the soccer pitch.
Thinking back on all of your experiences, how do you think young girls like myself can raise the profile of the A-League?
I think it's about word of mouth and making sure that every time you go to a game, you're bringing somebody along and making it an outing. I think there's a lot of people out there who forget that coming to football is fun. It's a great time, it's a great atmosphere, and the more people that we can bring along, like if you're really passionate and supportive, why not get a couple of mates that come along, but not just the people who love soccer, but the ones that might have never seen it before, and just making sure that you're really hyping it up and getting as many people to be excited about it. And the more you talk about it, the better it gets. I think a lot of people, when they talk about football, they talk about England and all these other leagues, but they forget to really spruik our league as much as possible.
Thank you for your time. I just have one more question. If you weren't a professional soccer player, would you still be playing now?
I still would. I'll still play forever. I'll play forever. You know, when I'm not playing in the A League, I'll probably go back to NPL, and then once NPL's done, I'll play social soccer. I'll go all the way up into walking soccer. So why pay for a gym membership when you can play the game that you love for the rest of your life?
Thank you so much for talking to me about your soccer life and experiences in the game. I hope you enjoyed my questions, and I've learned so much talking to you. Thank you.
Thanks, Sophie. I think it's amazing. You know the game very, very well. You're very articulate, and we need more people like you. Because remember, even if you're not playing, you're very important to the cogs that make our world go round.
Thank you so much.